So pretty much as simple as it gets. We've got a 2-chord vamp in the key of C. We got a C chord to an F chord. Straightforward as a guitar strum pattern you could have. I often teach the song to some of my beginning students on guitar, and it's a great tune to lock into that rhythm because it's pretty simple. But one of the things about it, though, I want to discuss the concept of groove for a minute. Okay. Musicians often use the term groove to describe a rhythmic feel. Okay. Whenever they talk about it, it generally starts with the rhythm section of a band. The rhythm section is usually the drums and the bass, and sometimes the guitar. And what they'll discuss is how a drummer and bass player work together with the rhythm to develop a certain kind of feel for the music, and they'll describe that as groove. Like, wow, they are grooving so hard, meaning like they're really locked in rhythmically and just driving the song. But to me, groove doesn't have to just be about the rhythm section. In fact, I think every instrument has the responsibility to groove in a band situation. In jazz, we replace the word groove with swing, but it's the exact same concept, right? So you want the whole band to be on the same page and everyone playing together as like one unit and just pushing the song forward, right? And not only do instruments do that, but vocalists can do that too. Vocalists have a groove. Sometimes it's the most important part of the song, okay? And in this particular case, since the rhythm section is so straightforward, I think that the groove of this tune is actually coming from the vocals, believe it or not. And I'm going to demonstrate what I mean by that. I actually found a thing on YouTube where it's the isolated vocal track for the most part. And we're going to listen to a little bit of that. Let's check it out. Right? There's a rhythmic thing to that there. I mean, the melody is really cool. It's just based on a pentatonic thing. C major pentatonic, right? But the rhythmic aspect, ba 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 ba. See how that note floats harmonically and rhythmically, D, C, right? But then, the main verses there, you see that rhythm that's behind it. That's the groove of the tune to me. It's the rhythmic interest, right? Ba 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 ba. So even though the time feel in terms of I've discussed this recently, like a metronomic type of groove, that's not what the vocals are at all. It's kind of like this, but it doesn't mean it's not grooving. It's definitely grooving. I could feel that. So let's try it again. right? So to me, right, it's just he's the thing that's carrying the groove of the tune. That's the way I look at it. I mean, yes, the guitar pattern is cool. It's very simple. Also, the bass thing. But also, they're just super simple. It's really just got that one syncopated thing. That's it. Okay. Now, in addition to that, I want to talk about the melody just for a second when it gets to this chorus thing. Now, so on top of like the rhythmic stuff and everything, I mean, yes, a very simple singable melody. But, you know, the fact that he goes up to a G when the chord is going to F, that ninth, that's a beautiful note to hit. That really is a great sound. So now he goes down to an A up to a G. That's a seventh interval, right? That's a wide jump for a vocalist to do, you know, and to hit it intonation-wise spot on like that. It's great. So, you know, those are, I don't often talk about melodies very much on my channel so far, primarily because I'm not a singer in any way, shape, or form. And but I always learn the melodies to pretty much every tune I know. And I got in the habit of doing that when I was studying jazz, because when you learn a jazz standard, they always tell you to learn the melody to every song, because as I've said before, you know, the melody is the thing that you can copyright. That's the thing that makes a song. And it's true. And the other thing is, in jazz, so many songs get reharmonized. Okay, and what I mean by that is the original melody might stay the same, but jazz musicians will put their own spin on things and change the chords around sometimes, you know, a lot of times actually. And so the melody is the thing that makes the song. And if you don't know the melody, you don't really know the song. Now, I'm not saying that, you know, a beginning student should learn how to play a C, F, and G chord on the song and then go figure out the vocal melody. No, I'm not saying that. But I think if you're a more advanced player and you haven't been checking out melodies, maybe it's time to, you know, get into some of that. It's an interesting thing, you know, to do. And when you do that, that can also open you up to reharmonizing tunes and making your own stuff out of it. You know, I just mentioned that in jazz, we do that all the time, you know, with tunes. Not all the time, but a lot of times. You could do that on a pop tune like this. I mean, I'm in the key of C, right? Well, I'll just play some different changes in the key of C. It's not going to sound, you know, like the song, but, you know, just for fun. You know, I mean, I just keep going, you know, and some of those little patterns, I mean, you'd recognize them from other songs and things. Those are just common little chord progressions and substitutions and things. But I think that makes the point, because, you know, you could still kind of make out that it's Angel of Harlem, even though I was futzing around and whatever. But the melody is there, right? So it's an interesting concept, you know, to look at. And I think just musically speaking, it's worth time to check out melodies. Well, I hope you enjoyed today's breakdown, and if you did, please consider subscribing to my channel for more videos like this to come. And thank you for watching.